Okay, you know what I should have done is I should have taped everything. You know, everybody tapes everything now, right?
Yeah, of course.
The tapes I would have had would have been so valuable, culturally and economically. I would have had Jim Carrey, I would have had Howie Mandel, I would have had Norm Macdonald, I would have had all these people. But because at the time, you couldn't come into, you couldn't shoot on your iPhone. You had to bring in this whole huge apparatus to be able to tape, so nobody ever did. But if I could do anything differently, I would have all that archival footage. Would be so valuable.
Remember how nice titties really are on me, Bill? I don't know what this is.
I'm from a city where ain't nobody ever made it. Now we looking at the stores, I was just caged in. I was just Gucci down in Giza, eating ramen revelations. Ducking fed investigations all night. I see my celly pacing, Lord be patient. If I had 3 wishes, I wanna get Sly out of prison. Make sure my babies live life with no ceiling. Then I get these fuck niggas wisdom.
Move. You drive like shit, soldier. You drive like absolute garbage, soldier. Look at that. I'd still be back there if it wasn't for that guy. You drive like shit, soldier. Move.
That f***ed in my throat like crazy. I think in a man that I'd rather see in the alley of the I was aggressive. You around for a bit? Every time I walk through that doorway, I get such crazy flashback. I've been doing that for 12 years, nigga. I gotta get out of this city. It's time to take Black Zeus international again. To take depot with comedy this time. All right.
This is essentially another showcase, eh?
Yeah.
Essentially, the president, Mark Breslin of Mark Breslin's Yuk Yuk. That right there, Mark Breslin. That guy. Essentially, I'm trying to do more work with this club right here. This is how you kind of move forward with that. You talk to the big boss and say, hey, sir, would you want to come on and see me do my thing? And he's like, yes. Now it's up to me. That's what they call an opportunity.
Everybody, please, give it up for my man, Black Zeus, everybody!
I will start by telling everybody right now I am the size I look.
Synthesize this. Has anybody been in VR? You put that headset on?
Yeah! Loser! How much time do I have, bro? Trying to be all macho, you when I start flipping on you.
We're back in the green room, downtown Yuk Yuks in Toronto, and I'm here with the illustrious, the one, the only, the man who started this all, Mr. Mark Breslin. Mark, thank you for coming.
Mr. Zeus, thank you.
I'm not good. I'm not used to Mr. Zeus. I've had comics call me Black. You know?
Really?
Yeah, because it's
I
my.
have no idea why.
It's my first name, technically. Mark, thank you for doing this. By the way, I know you're a very busy guy. I wanted to ask you first, how long have you been in the comedy industry?
Okay, so here's a little bit of interesting trivia.
Okay.
This is my 47th year since I started Yuk Yuks. And now, because unfortunately, a number of people who were started around the same time as I did, Mitzi Shore from the Comedy Store, Bud Friedman from the Improv, and Rick Newman from Catch a Rising Star. They all died in the last couple of years. So I am now the world's longest running comedy club owner.
Yo, that's big ups to Mark. The saddest way to get there, but damn.
Well, last man standing.
What was your initial vision for Yuk Yuk's when you opened it?
To meet girls. It was really important when you're 5'3" and a bit nerdy to be able to meet girls, and I just couldn't do it alone. And I realized if I stood on stage, I'd be at least 6 inches taller. So you may think that this is just shtick, but it really was true. It was true in this sense.
Yeah.
I wanted a really interesting life. I was a good student, but I couldn't see myself becoming a lawyer or an accountant or any of the things I was kind of being pushed into. Okay. A lot of my friends got their PhDs at this time, and crazy me, I opened up a place where I could talk dirty. And
you had been doing stand-up, right?
I did stand-up for 20 years, and it was extreme stuff. I remember I was very good friends with Sam Kinison, and he would come here and he'd watch me do my stuff and he'd say, "Man, I wish I could do what you do. I could never get away with that." So it was really extreme stuff, which is not the typical club owner kind of comedy thing to do.
Yeah.
There was a guy in Philadelphia. He had his own club. He was a good comic, but it was really like corporate stuff. I never did anything that was even vaguely corporate stuff. It was weird, sick Freudian things.
So you're saying you were doing comedy for 20 years, prior to starting?
No,
Yuk Yuk?
it was coterminal. I did them both at the same time.
Okay.
And I had no plan. You have to understand that when I started this in 1976, I had no plan whatsoever. I didn't know whether I wanted to do this for a living. I mean, there wasn't even a living to be made at that time.
I would imagine,
in this country. So I just wanted to have some fun. I guess I would have regarded it as the way some people after university go to Europe for 2 years and, kind of have adventures, come back and get a real job. Well, this was kind of the equivalent of that, but I never had to get a real job.
This became it.
It just exploded, and I exploded with it.
That's amazing. For those that don't know, Yuk Yuk's is Canada's only national comedy chain. It is the game in town. If you want to get across country on a big stage, it's just amazing to me how it started in a basement, or am I remembering this?
Well, we're still in a basement, aren't we? Basements are great for comedy. Makes you feel like you're going into someplace forbidden.
Yeah,
Basements
very fair.
always have a forbidden thing, and I always wanted to see comedy regarded as just a little outlaw, a little dangerous. So basements are always good for comedy. But
my thing, what I hope to do all the time, is to be so completely myself, which that's what I hope I am. To be so much myself that my audiences and even people who meet me are confronted. They're confronted with what I am, inside and out, as honest as I can be. In this way, they have to see things about themselves immediately.
I'm very happy, bro. I have such grandiose visions, and I'm not naive to the point where I think that Yuks is a place that needs me. Or even I need them, vice versa, but I think it could be very mutually beneficial. And I have a lot of ideas, bro, that I'm excited to implement on my own or with people, So this is another part on the journey towards that. Or not even towards, bro, this is just the journey. I sound like I'm on mushrooms, and I look like I'm on mushrooms, but I am not on mushrooms. I am on mushrooms, but not like psychedelic ones.
Bro, that was such a fire set. That was like everything I needed to do, and I delivered for myself. Not even for Mark, bro, for myself. You hear that reaction, bro? Do you see what I'm capable of, bro? Shut up. This ain't about radio time right now, bitch. Do you see what I'm capable of? I don't speak ego, nigga. I know comedy so in and out. So in and out. I spent too much time around. Shut up, nigga. So blessed, bro. So blessed, so blessed, so blessed. I'm lit, bro. I called audibles too. Yo, So I had a set a few days ago where I don't know, for whatever reason, I had time, but I just didn't look at my set list. I went up clean without any I challenged myself, and this was like a 15, 20. I went up pure clean. Like, and not in terms of no cussing, in terms of no preparation, bro. And it was such a blessed set. And then I also just started talking about ideas that I've been wanting to write that I haven't. You know what I mean? And they came out polished. Like, they sounded like jokes. So I've really hit this point, bro. Like, all my shit's coming out polished. Like, I don't even need to. As crazy as it sounds, man, I'm trusting myself. I know what the I'm doing, but I also know my process now, bro. I'm not a guy that's gonna sit down and write everything out. I'm gonna know what I want to talk about, and like, yeah, of course, I can write the jokes down if need be. I need to create a set list for anything, but like even tonight, bro, I told this joke twice, but I don't even have it written down anywhere, and that's just kind of how I work. I've straight up lost shit to time, but I love that because some audience got to appreciate it and enjoy it, and I just keep creating. The do I need to worry about? Oh, I need that one back. Like, because the ones that are really shiners, bro, the ones that are really, they're not gone, bro. I've never forgot those. On my comedy special, that was 11 years worth of shit accumulated, and like, they were better now than they were when I first thought they were good, you know, because I'm actually way better. I'm a comic now. I was an aspiring comic then, and I only mean that in terms of like literal ability. I'm beyond, bro. I just am comedy, bro. And I know this sounds arrogant. It only sounds arrogant to those that haven't seen me. The second I have a bad set, bro, I'll tell you, and I'll tell you exactly why.
That set, mid-cutty, you know? That set was like a 6.5 out of 10. I'm going to do the Kevin Samuel rule, no sevens. That shit was like a 6.5. What I think in my head, over-prepped, bro. My pace was off. I walked up on stage and just like ran through my shit. And then I caught it. Womp, womp.
Like, I didn't feel this way after that. And I said it immediately. What was the first thing I told you after I got off stage?
You could have closed the last joke out better.
Yeah, I could have done better, bro. Like, because it just didn't showcase me the way I just did right there. And that was a good set, you know? Mm-hmm. But like, nah, bro, I know when I'm firing on all cylinders, and everybody does. It's like, you can't sugarcoat that shit. So much ass in this city, bro. What's good, beautiful people? Thank you for watching this episode of Black Zeus, the show. If you want to support us, then head over to patreon.com/aka Black Zeus, where you can catch the full episodes when they drop
the first Monday of every month. Or you can subscribe right here on YouTube and catch the free episodes every other week. We got new episodes of the podcast dropping every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. We got interviews with comedians that are famous and not famous all over the channel. We got comedy clips. This is the place to be if you're a comedy fan. This is a channel run by comedians for comedy fans. That's you. So become a beautiful person and hit that subscribe. And if you can, head over to patreon.com/aka Black Zeus and support us on the come up. Peace.